Hello there, American senior communities. This is Kyle Benish, NRC Health Strategy and Business Development Director for American Senior Communities. And we've been asked to compile just a quick video to be able to help explain to your team the new partnership that we're about to kick off and what it's going to be able to help American senior communities be able to do to better interact with your customers and your employees. Love that you guys were able to catch me on a very casual Hawaiian shirt Friday. So I want to be able to extend to you guys a very happy hello, even if it's not on a Friday, but want to be able to take a quick 10 minutes to be able to walk you guys through what partnership is going to look like for our two teams. Want to be able to talk to you guys today about a little bit about what NRC Health is doing in the senior living space. We've been operating as the nation's largest provider of senior living understanding. In the healthcare industry, we've actually been covering the entire healthcare continuum for over 38 years, partnering with over 150 of the top 200 healthcare companies in the United States today. Every year collecting over 25 million experiences from the beginning of life to end of life services, and being able to take these stories collected within communities and not only report back to management and operations teams from a quality improvement standpoint, but be able to share these love stories online to be able to connect with the consumers better. So I want to be able to walk you through with your team today our mission and why we came to American Senior Communities today to be able to help benefit the way that we interact with customers, employees, as well as searching consumers online. We understand that today we live in a healthcare consumer driven economy, understanding that people have needs, preferences, and the ability to be able to search not only for where they want to live or receive healthcare, but for employees as to where they want to be able to work as well. And so the way we interact today at NRC Health is to be able to understand these experiences and be able to leverage that information to be able to give full stories of the level of quality that we're administering within communities today. And so when we came to American Senior, we learned a couple of priorities from your team and wanted to be able to address how we would be able to put together a product and a partnership that was going to be able to match these needs. One, we want to be able to assure that we are going to capture 100% of your customers' voices through moments that matter to them most. Second, we want to be able to ensure that we are understanding the experience of every single employee that walks into American senior communities, beginning from the point that they have their onboarding all the way until they exit a community, as well as being able to understand for customers, if an experience goes wrong, how can we provide service recovery in order to be able to fix an experience that may not have met your expectations or failed to meet the residents' needs. Lastly, like I've mentioned, we want to be able to help American senior communities control conversations online by being able to share your own stories while still being able to have an ear to the ground to different reviews being left on sites like Yelp, Google, Glassdoor, Indeed, Caring.com, A Place for Mom, etc. And so I want to be able to start off with our interaction of how we're going to be interacting with your team members as well as your frontline staff. Like I mentioned, we're going to be able to interact with them at moments that matter most, being able to key on during those new hire kind of critical turnover points as far as onboarding is concerned, and be able to do pulse checks to understand the quality of training that they're receiving and hopefully being able to understand if their orientation is something that they've been comfortable with, or do we need to take a little bit deeper of a dive with this group if it's something that we're feeling like groups aren't feeling engaged after their training, they feel like that they were rushed too quickly throughout this process, being able to give you this visibility. We're also able to conduct what we call stay surveys, wanting to understand from your team members and employees, why are they staying within their prospective jobs and not going elsewhere? Being able to find out this information to help your team better understand the great things that you're doing within your organization, as well as being able to set you guys up with some constructive methods as to what you could do to improve the lives of your employees. We'll be able to come up with any initiative-specific type of surveys. So if you guys have issues that are going on within a couple of communities, or you guys see an organization driving trend, we would be able to set up a survey group or a focus group for your organization to be able to better drill down into some of the areas that could potentially be an issue for your employment team. Lastly, like I mentioned, we are going to offer exit surveys for people who voluntarily leave your organization to be able to understand what was the whole experience of your employment and how could we improve for the next employee down the road. And so I want to be able to show you exactly how we are going to be able to take your employee satisfaction reviews and be able to host them directly to your web properties online. And so this is a mock-up. This is what it's going to kind of look like for American Senior once the new website is up and running. But you're going to be able to see what your team members are saying to management online in the form of anonymous star ratings and reviews that you guys would actually be able to use for recruiting purposes. And I can show you our partner Vetter Senior Living, how their reviews are showing online today, almost a half a star higher than their Glassdoor account. But you can see that people that are looking to be hired at Vetter Senior Living would be able to click on this team members say and do panel, or this recruitment page, if you guys would title it however you would like, but be able to see what employees are saying about this community, especially during moments that we know are pretty critical to associates and things that are often misperceived about our industry, like the welcomeness of the first couple of weeks, the safety of the work environment, and how satisfied they are with their position. I want to be able to also kind of connect you with what our driving mission at NRC Health is to really be able to better understand customers as to why they don't really view living in a senior community or a skilled nursing community as something positive. We conduct the nation's largest syndicated health study each year of over 400,000 respondents. And every year we ask how much trust and confidence you have in different industries. As you can see here on this screen, long-term care and nursing homes only generate 24% trust and confidence in customers today, meaning that 76% of individuals view having to move into a senior community as something that's negative, and they're not exactly a positive experience for them to have to go through this life decision. In reality, through conducting the nation's largest benchmarks worth of surveys, we know 88% of people have great experiences and would recommend the care that they receive to others. So how do we be able to bridge that gap? How do we work to understand what customers want and be able to effectively communicate that out to people who are searching for senior living online, who are overwhelmingly viewing this as a negative experience before they enter your communities? And so to do that, our real-time feedback platform is going to allow you to non-anonymously understand each and every single one of your customers during moments that are important to them. And so we are going to be reaching out to them through either a text message, an email, or an IVR phone call at moments that matter most, like their tour, their admission, different quarterly checkpoints, being able to check in with them annually, as well as being able to communicate with your long stay and short stay patients after they've been discharged. And so what you can expect from this is if anybody had an experience that was negative or they left a comment on their survey, we are going to be able to help alert your team automatically if there needs to be service recovery provided. How this will probably look is management is going to be able to assign responsibility to a director in order to follow up with that customer and be able to share the pain points that came up from a result of the surveys. Once your team feels like that the customer is either satisfied or the case has been resolved, you will be able to close the alert and be able to send a message back to management that everything has been taken care of. Your customers will also be able to opt into a community feedback panel, basically gathering all of your residents who have said that they would like to be able to give their feedback if you guys want to do any sort of testing, collecting these individuals and kind of putting them in a box. So if you guys have any menu changes or any decoration changes, or are going to be changing up some of the logos that you guys use within your communities, you would be able to tap this panel to be able to gather further insights from these people who have already said they'll give you feedback. Lastly, like I've shown you similar to your employees, we're going to take these star ratings and we're going to attach them directly to each of your community's web listings and have these results visible when people are searching for your communities on search engines. And so how this process will generally look is within 5 to 7 days of a customer taking their survey, this information is going to be able to exist live. What's great about this is we are going to scrub all of this data to assure that only things that are appropriate and only things that are going to be private will exist online as star ratings and reviews. You as a team won't have to do a whole lot of scrubbing or removing of comments. We're going to be able to set it up with your marketing team to assure that this is something that is on a system that you guys will be very hands-off with and be able to just see the reviews generate, hopefully with positive stories. want to be able to show you guys exactly what I mean by being able to have a power of response and being able to have your ear kept to the ground of different third-party sites. We are going to work with you guys to flag you automatically of any reviews that get left on sites like Google, caring.com, a place for mom, etc. And if somebody has mentioned you, you're going to be able to respond directly to them, directly from our platform. This is something that might be able to be handled at a community level or, like I said, operated by your marketing team. So after viewing all of this, I'm sure you guys are probably thinking of what can we expect as far as the involvement with the program, what are we going to have to do as a team? So I want to be able to kind of show you guys just a couple of quick examples of how this information is going to live within our portal. Be able to show you that once a customer has basically taken a survey, what are the results that you as a team are going to get, and how are you guys going to be able to play around with the data as a company to better improve the quality that you guys are giving to your customers today. So this would be our feedback platform. Essentially, you are going to be able to see every customer's survey results and their contact information. And if somebody scored you out of a 10, anything less than an 8, you are going to be flagged, this person is a detractor. And you would essentially be able to click onto any of these surveys, be able to view the alert and to what they said in their comments, be able to see the score that they gave you on their overall would recommend, and as well as be able to see an event log of how many opportunities your team has reached out to be able to communicate with this person. In this history panel, you are going to be able to see every moment that this person has had within your community. Sorry, as it loads. Essentially, if they've gone through a tour, if they've been in admission, they've had a couple of quarterly checkpoints, you're going to be able to see how they've been trending from a satisfaction standpoint. And if you see either a spike up in their satisfaction, understand what methods your team took to be able to have this happen. Or if you guys see a decline in their satisfaction, be able to hone in on maybe some of the areas as to which why this customer all of a sudden became unsatisfied with the care that they've been receiving. From a community standpoint, we want you guys to be able to compare each of your locations together for an internal benchmark to be able to see highest performers and lowest performers in order to be able to help improve from a quality standpoint. Lastly, American Senior Communities is going to be able to view your entire organization from one above type of trend to be able to see how each of the experiences your organization specializes in, from either from a tour, from a move out perspective, from your skilled discharge, be able to see the satisfaction of each of these important moments and understand the trend of how customers feel like these important moments are going for them within their communities. From a standpoint of everything from an overall side result from NRC Health, I want to go back to some of these priorities. We're hoping that throughout this entire experience, you are going to fully understand every one of your customers to be able to completely find out if they are satisfied with their stay and not just collecting the sampling type of phone calls that we've seen from other providers in the past. We're also going to be able to assure that your employees' frustrations and kudos are going to be able to be shared to management to be able to help you guys be able to provide a better experience for the associates within your communities. Lastly, we also understand that the online conversations are never going to go away. So we want to be able to help you guys stand out to those different third-party review sites, as well as being able to help you guys understand that if somebody leaves a comment online, there's no reason to fear. Be able to work with your team to coach for a best response. I hope you guys have a great rest of your meeting. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be able to come in and tell you a little bit about our partnership. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to the NRC Health team and ask for Kyle Benish. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care.